Welcome back, guys, to a powerful women's edition of Celebrity Myxer. I'm your host, Alexus Renée. Now, what better way to kick off Women's History Month than to have a guest on the show who's a pioneer in her own right? I mean, she's an actress, fitness trainer, choreographer, life coach. The list goes on. You may also remember her from movies like Sins of the Father, Baby Boy, House Party, and Inkwell. I mean, right now she's promoting her new series, Stuck With You, which is so funny. You guys got to check it out. But aside from that, she's doing all this and she's maintaining her fitness goals. Now, let's take a quick second to check up with the resilient beauty, Miss AJ Johnson. What's up, guys? So what better way to start off Women's History Month, of course, than having a pioneer, somebody that's amazing and super dope, and a lady, of course, on the show. So welcome, AJ Johnson. Thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. It's so nice to meet you.
So there's so much I want to talk to you about. Okay?
Let's go.
So let's just get into it, all right? So first of all, let me say congratulations on the 30th anniversary of House Party. Like, awesome? Amazing. When you first did that movie, did you think it was going to get this big?
No, not even a little bit. I mean, even still, I'm blown away by the love and respect that we get, not just this year for the 30th anniversary, but all the time. I mean, you know, the fact that it repeats on TV. So it has just gone generation after generation. I mean, there's kids that weren't even born when we shot House Party that are like stopping me on the streets and just, you know, oh my God, can I have a picture? So it's so fascinating and interesting that we were just some new talents, excited about the opportunity, really, really encouraged that Reggie and Warrington Hudlin, the writers and producers of it, we're so open and collaborative about our ideas, our comedy ideas, our dance ideas. And so we really just, as one big happy family, had fun every day for 4 to 5 weeks. And what you're seeing is that result of the fun.
Yeah, which is amazing. So what did you guys do on March 9th? Because that's the day that you guys, their actual anniversary, right?
Yeah, but you know, we're kind of all over the place. Like, you know, Play is actually in Florida. I don't know where Kid was. Tisha and I actually got together that night and just kind of reminisced and clicked a glass and, you know, just kind of hugged and said, can you believe it? But we're so close. All of us are so close. Honestly, we celebrate all the time. Whenever we see each other, it's one big celebration anyway. So Monday we just kind of, you know, on Instagram saluted it for everyone else and told each other that we loved each other. But for the most part, whenever I see Reggie Hudlin, I like run and jump in his arms because, you know, for me, you know, he gave me a shot. He didn't have to. You know, I was a dancer just turning into an actress. So to be a lead next to Tisha Campbell, who was an amazing actress and established already, that was a big task. And he gave me a shot, and I'm forever grateful.
Like every role you play, I'm like so in love with you and just how you master and embody your role. So, yes.
I'm so honored.
Yes. And so, you, of course, you know everybody loves Baby Boy. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
My favorite. So when you were preparing for that role and working with Tyrese, how was that?
It was hard. It was hard. Yeah, I mean, the preparation was, you know, I put a lot of pressure on myself because I wanted to honor all the young single moms who were struggling, making decisions, just hoping that they were making the right decisions for their kids and their family. So I wanted to make sure I honored them. My life had been completely not anything remotely close to Baby Boy. So my whole thing was, you know, I had to study, I had to learn. I hung out with a lot of girls from South Central. Thank God to John Singleton, you know, rest his soul, my friend and fearless leader. You know, he put me together with a lot of the girls from South Central so that I could kind of feel the vibe, hang out with them. I got my nose pierced because of them. At the time, everybody was rocking like blonde chunks of hair. I got my hair dyed because of them. Like, you know, I was in it. Tyrese was amazing. You know, Tyrese was a newcomer. And, you know, just completely open and emotional and open to creating. So that was awesome. Ving Rhames, I mean, it was just a collaborative effort. You know, Taraji, Ving, like all of us, Tamara Bass, Omar Gooding. I mean, everybody was just, again, another cast where everybody was just open and wanted to create. And that's, I got spoiled actually. I got spoiled by an incredible producer director, amazing cast, ridiculous content in the script. And so after A House Party and Baby Boy and Inkwell and, you know, Dying Young and Sister Act, you know, the content shifted for me. And that's one of the reasons why it was easy for me to sidestep into healthy living and fitness, because I just wasn't reading the kind of scripts that I felt like I would elevate in after those projects.
Okay, so I know you just mentioned the fitness. We're gonna get to that in a minute, but okay. So first, let's talk about the new series you're promoting, Stuck with You. So tell us all about that.
I'm excited to be a part of this incredible cast and script. Patricia Cuffy Jones, who's the writer, creator, producer, she created this amazing story of trying to find, the truth behind this celebrity couple who we know because of their celebrityism, but their relationship is just a hot mess behind closed doors. And so, I think a lot of relationships are probably like that on social media, and we're so busy hashtagging relationship goals, but the truth is they're just a hot mess and dysfunctional as AF, right? And so I play the publicist and good friend of them to help them navigate, what do they want? The check, the relationship, the truth, the love, So we had a blast. We're in episode 5 now, and we got 6 episodes waiting hopefully for a second season. But, it was the first time I've played any role of someone on the other side of the industry, but playing this publicist. I'm excited because I got to use my business savvy from what I've gained over the 30 years of my career as an actress. I get to use it and pour it into Stephanie, the publicist. So I'm having fun.
And I love it. I love it so far. And I know you guys are going to be here for season 2 because we all tuning in for it. So,
I hope so. Yeah. Tune in.
So let's talk about the show Stuck with You. Yes. Let our people know where they can see it at.
Yes.
If they ain't already, what you should be tuning in.
Yes, because we're on episode 5, so I hope everybody's watching. But I'm really proud to be part of the UMC Network, Urban Movie Channel, Bob Johnson's new channel, and it's for, by, and about African American content. So there's new original programming like Stuck with You there. It's not expensive. It's $4.99 for subscription, and you can find it not only at Watch UMC on Instagram, but you can find it from any platform, streaming platform. So Apple Pay, Apple TV, Google Play, like any streaming platform. It has it. So yeah, check it out.
Make sure you guys are tuning in. Okay, we want this to go for season 2, 3, 4, and beyond. Right?
Yeah. Wait. Yes.
Love seeing you.
Please watch. Aw, thank you.
Absolutely, you love it. So, what is your tricks or tactics that has kept you in the game for 30 years?
I would say being true to myself and my passions, not running from my purpose, being honest with myself about when it's time to take a break or do something different. There's just things in my life that I've always wanted. I've always loved to travel, and I honestly thought that acting would be the thing to take me around the world, and it didn't. And so I said, I want to do some other things that are going to help me travel. And so that's, again, how I got into healthy living, because I started working around the world, especially internationally with my company. So I think it's just me not being afraid to live my truth, whether it was on camera or not. And I think a lot of people are afraid to just kind of step back, do something different. I'm learning now, if it's in you, it's in you. It's like riding a bicycle. And the warm welcome that I'm getting, for this new show and beyond, it's confirmation for me. And it's given me confidence to know that, I made the choice to do things that at the time were going to make me a little happier than I was in this shark-infested waters called Hollywood. And now here I am doing it my way. Choosing projects that I love personally, and so no complaints.
Coming into Hollywood, has there been any obstacles that you've been through, and how did you overcome those?
Oh my gosh, the obstacles. Being typecast was one. Baby Boy did so well. I honestly did Baby Boy because I thought it would give me enough critical acclaim that with that matched against my physical stature, that I would get more superhero roles or action roles. That's really what I want to do, is more action roles. I would love it. And what started to happen was I would just get offered more, young mom roles. Like, even my agents were like, okay, we've got this new exciting role. It's now you got 6 kids instead of 1. And I was like, it's the same thing as Baby Boy. And so the industry kind of like tried to put me in that box. And I was like, that's another reason why I stepped aside, is because I was like, I can't do it. I've got to take some space away from Juanita and just show people I can do other things so that maybe I'll get other roles, So that was one thing. sacrificing relationships. One of the reasons why, I've been single for a long time. And I think it's because I focused on my career. And when you do that as an American woman in the business, it cuts down on your options to have a relationship because you're going and coming, you're focused on your work. You may do a series that takes you away to another city for months at a time. So when you're focused on your career, a lot of times it cuts back on your options for relationship, friendships. When I first came into the game, there wasn't as much content or platforms to launch content. Now we've got streaming platforms, a lot of cable channels. Before it was like the basics: ABC, CBS, NBC, maybe HBO and Showtime, maybe. Now it's all kind of platforms like UMC, where Stuck With You is at home. But just even losing friends or not gaining the friendships I wanted because we were all competing. There wasn't enough content for us all to be working at the same time. So a lot of sacrifices were made, in my career. And now I'm glad to be able to work at a time where I can have my friendships, I can move forward, I can travel the world, I can do projects by choice. I'm reading scripts all the time. I'm blessed and I'm grateful. It really is.
Do you ever get nervous when you're going to audition for a role? Or are you past that now?
Well, I do get nervous because I think when you get nervous, it's because you want to do a good job at something, no matter how many times you've done it. So I think getting nervous is a sign of passion, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The good news is I've been offered a lot lately, so I haven't had any auditions yet, but I'm looking forward to auditioning and doing something that I've never done before. I don't believe I'm going to audition to do a role that I've done already, but if it's something new, I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, I get nervous all the time. Do you get nervous?
What? Nervous right now, y'all. Lord have mercy.
No need to be nervous now. But I do. I think that's a sign of your passion for wanting to do a good job at what you're doing. So that's a good thing.
Absolutely. So, okay, let's talk about your fitness, healthy living. So, oh my goodness. First of all, ma'am, you said forget the 4-pack, the 6-pack, the 8-pack. I'm going for the 24-pack. Okay? Have y'all seen them abs? Listen.
Don't look down because I've been to Africa lately, so I've been eating a lot of rice and fufu, and now my 12-pack is it's not even a pack anymore. But I did that because one, I wanted to know what it took to get into that kind of shape. I also believe that God asked me to be an exception and not the rule, and so I wanted to be exceptional. Just to see what it takes so that I could coach everyone else. And you see the results. So that's more nutritional. Being specific with your nutrition than it is exercise. And I didn't know that in terms of getting really crazy abs. It's more nutrition than it is exercise.
Really? So
absolutely.
You didn't have to work out crazy hours during the day. You just...
I didn't do any ab work. I did a lot of cardio. A lot of no carbs, no sugar, no added fat, mostly proteins and raw, whole vegetables, fresh vegetables, 5 and 6 times a day. So I was doing fish and asparagus or lean chicken breast and spinach, and I would juggle one meal, another meal of those vegetables and proteins. No sugar, natural or otherwise, no added fat, no added sodium, and that was the result.
Wow.
So it is true. You are what you eat.
But
so you nachos and pizza. That's exactly what you're gonna have on your abs.
You don't want that, okay?
Yes.
So, okay, tell me, what advice would you give to any upcoming actresses or actors?
Oh boy, I would say follow your passion, follow your purpose. It's a tough business. It's a tough business to not only be in, but it's also a tough business to last in, to be sustainable in. And I just think the only way that you do last is when you're passionate about it and know yourself, know what you want, know what you're good at, know your faults so you can work on those, know your pluses so that you can enhance those and bring those forth into the projects you're doing. But most importantly, just know yourself and don't sell your soul. Trying to be what you're seeing on Instagram and Twitter. You are who you are, and that's who you should be putting forth. And know that you're enough, and if you're not, zone in on your talents, hone in on your craft and your skill set, and then put it forward. Pay attention to what your audience wants. Nowadays, because we have followers, I feel like that's your audience. Pay attention to what they like, what they're after, so that you can build your audience. Because now, the resume is our social media platforms. right? So if you're new and you don't have tape on yourself, as they say, film or TV, all you have is your Instagram audience, which is a big thing and it's a lot. Make sure you're paying attention to what they want.
Amazing advice.
Yeah.
Amazing, even for myself.
Even
Definitely
for
gonna
me.
take that in.
I pay attention. I had no idea when I went to Ghana, Africa, that so many people would be watching and be so curious and attentive to my journey as I went to Africa for the first time. I had no idea, but that also fueled me into sharing more and sharing when I went and what I was doing, and even still, I had no idea when I was doing it, but my social media audience was like, oh my gosh, we're loving it. So I was like, okay, let me keep sharing.
Okay, so now let's talk about Ghana. Okay, so your favorite place. Now let's do some fun facts. Okay, so tell me first, why do you like Ghana so much?
I like Ghana. I love Ghana because it's a place that taught me very quickly about myself and my history and our ancestry, and a lot of truths came to be for me when I got there. A lot of my strongest friendships, the sisterhood is interesting. The respect from the men is amazing. I found out that we are royalty. I mean, I had heard that, and we think that, we come from kings and queens, and I had heard that. But to get to Ghana and actually really be a part of royal families and to see what that's like, to see the clothes, to see the attitude, to see how we carry ourselves on a regular, like just at the market, the gowns and the jewelry and the head wraps. It's like we come from royalty. And I feel like as an American, I'll speak for myself, I really didn't understand that. And I promised myself as I learned it that I was going to walk in that power. I love, I learned there's power in our names, our African names. So I got renamed in a renaming ceremony.
Really?
Yes. So I'm now AJ Aquia Utrabia Johnson. So Aquia Utrabia is now my African name. And Aquia comes from me being born on a Wednesday in West Africa, Ghana. You're named by the day that you're born. And Utrabia comes from the Queen Mother who did my renaming ceremony, the territory called Akumufi, which is about an hour outside of the capital of Ghana, which is Accra. That region named me after the great-great-grandmother of the current Queen Mother, who was the pioneering queen of that region. So when Queen Mother now says to me, walk in the power of your name, I mean, how do you not use that name?
Yes.
When you come back and you're named after a pioneering queen who was athletic and stubborn and loyal and smart and charismatic and charming and pioneering in spirit. When you're named after the ancestors like that, how do you not come back with your shoulders rolled back a little bit, chest held up, chin up, and walk in the power of that?
Amazing. I gotta find out what mine is now.
Yes, and you can Google.
Switch it up.
You can Google like your birth date and say what day was this, and then when you find out the day, you can say what's my name in Ghana, and it'll tell you.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all what it is next. Okay, stay tuned for that.
I want to
Now,
learn.
yes. Now tell me, what do you prefer when it comes to men? Muscles or slender build?
I prefer a man who loves God and a man who's into me enough to pray for me and to support my goals and my dreams. A man who has a silly sense of humor like I do. A man who loves to try new things, who's adventurous, who loves to travel, who finds my friends and my history of who I am, not necessarily what I do, but who I am important. I don't really care about the build. I've dated chubby men. I stay inside.
Exactly.
Girl, listen.
So physical don't really matter.
No, I've had athletes. Listen, I've been in this game 30 years. I've had a lot of different types of men, okay? And I prefer a strong spirit more than any type of muscles ever.
I love it. Okay, so what do you like to do when you're in your downtime?
In my downtime, first of all, I love dogs. And because I travel so much, I don't have one now. I've had like 3 dogs in the history of my life in LA. I love dogs, so I love to play with dogs, dog sit. If I could adopt, I would. So I just play with my friends' dogs. I love the simple things. I love the beach. I love to work out. I love to hike. I love horseback riding. I love to travel. I love to spa. I love massages and sauna and jacuzzi. I love self-care. Not only because I need it, but I love it. I understand clearly the importance of it, so I love it. And I love the movies. I love, I'm still a fan of the industry. Even though I'm in it, I'm still a fan of it. So I just love the simple things.
I love it too. I agree. I love the spa and all that kind of girly stuff. You know, stuff to make us feel like
I
a
love to
woman.
shop. Can we talk about this red hat and your boots? Can we talk about that? That you're probably not going to leave. Listen, y'all, you're probably going to leave me that going back to LA. I love to shop. I love clothes. And that's one of the things I love about Ghana is the fabrics and the clothes. I've really gotten into wearing a lot of African designs, like even this.
Look at how outfit, guys. Killing Nicks, baby, okay? Now, look, we're going to switch, okay? We're going to give each other the shows.
Right, that. One of my favorite designers in Ghana, Christy Brown, Eugene Wise, Kua Design. I've got so many now because I love to shop, not just garments, but fabrics, handbags. I mean, just exquisite fabrics and designs, and I love it.
Okay, so what's your favorite food?
My favorite food is Mexican. Second is Italian. Third is Chinese.
So when you come to Chicago, what is one thing you have to do? You gotta go or you gotta eat?
Deep dish. Deep dish. I haven't had it yet. Yeah, I haven't had it this trip because I gotta fit in my clothes for press. I may get some later tonight or tomorrow. I have to have a slice of deep dish. I have to. I'm not into the popcorn kettle corn thing. The kettle corn, cheese corn. I've had Garrett's. Yeah, I'm not really into the sweet. Yeah, I don't do a lot of sweets and processed sugars and stuff. But I will do some pizza now. I will do some pizza. Yeah, I have to get some pizza before I leave.
All right, last thing I promise, and then we'll be about your hair. Okay. So tell me something that we don't know about you that you want to tell us today.
Something that you don't know about me, that I am probably the most clumsy, goofiest person you'll ever meet. I fall over air. I constantly lose my glasses when they're on top of my head. I will call somebody the wrong name and make you think twice because you know the right name just because I'm so confident it's the right name and it's not. As a dancer, believe it or not, I am the clumsiest, goofiest person you'll ever meet. Oh yeah.
How long have you been dancing?
All my life. Like all my life. I think I started when I was like 4 or 5 years old with ballet and tap and jazz and then hip hop and then African. And I take a lot of dance classes. You know, even as I grew up, I took a lot of dance class just as my fitness and stress relief. So I've always taken a ballet 101 class just to relieve the stress and the movement. I go to ballet 101 before I go to yoga. Really? I do, because that's my foundation. Dance is my foundation. So I love yoga, but I prefer dance. And so, yeah, I've been dancing for a long time, but I'm the clumsiest dancer you'll know. Yeah.
All right, so there you have it, guys. I so appreciate you joining us today. Make sure you guys, again, are tuning in. I'm going to say it till I can't say it no more, okay? Watch Stuck With You, okay? Now, we'll see you guys next time. It's Alexus, and I'm checking out with the beautiful AJ Johnson. We'll see you next time. Okay, guys, so I hope you enjoy our coverage with Miss AJ Johnson, and please make sure you guys are tuning in to Stuck With You. It's very funny, and I promise you will enjoy it. They're on episode 5, and we want to take it to season 2, season 3, and beyond. Okay, now to stay up to date with more events like this one, please go to celebritymyxer.com. That's Mixer with the Y. I would love if you would like, comment, and subscribe to this video. It's your girl, Alexus Renée. You just been mixed in right here on Celebrity Myxer.